You say, I am. But who is this I? Osho once said, the ego is the biggest illusion, the shadow that makes you forget your light. We spend our whole lives protecting this illusion, polishing it, defending it, feeding it, and yet, it's not even real. Today, we dive into the mind of Osho, the mystic who tore apart the illusion of ego and showed us the path to freedom, the freedom of being no one. From the moment you are born, the world gives you a name. And with that name, comes identity. You are this. You are that. You are taught to compete, to compare, to be someone. You're praised when you win, punished when you fail. And slowly, your true self, the silent watcher, gets buried under the noise of me and mine. Osho said, the ego is a boundary that does not exist. It's a dream, a tension created by thinking you are separate from existence. The ego is not evil. It's just false. It's a mask you forgot you were wearing. The ego is not your personality. It's your idea of yourself. It's the voice that says, I am better than others. I am worse than others. I deserve more. I am not enough. Different voices, but all coming from the same illusion. Osho called it the greatest lie humanity lives. Because the more you build your ego, the more fragile you become. The stronger your I, the weaker your peace. You fear being wrong. You fear being rejected. You fear being invisible. And yet, all fear comes from something that was never real. The ego doesn't just create suffering, it becomes your prison. Think about it. Every time you argue, you're not protecting truth, you're protecting identity. Every time you get hurt by criticism, it's not your soul that's wounded, it's your ego that's bruised. Osho said, ego is always competitive, because it can exist only when it is separate. That's why you keep comparing, money, looks, success, followers, because ego needs conflict to feel alive. It cannot exist in silence, love, or meditation. Because in stillness, the illusion begins to fade. When there is no thought of I, there is only awareness, pure, boundless, peaceful. That is the real you. So how do you destroy the ego? Osho's answer was simple, you don't destroy it, you understand it. The ego is like darkness. You don't fight darkness, you bring light. The moment you see it clearly, it disappears. Watch your mind, Osho said, and you will laugh at its tricks. Whenever your ego reacts, pause. Watch the anger, the jealousy, the pride, as if they belong to someone else. You'll notice they fade away on their own. And what remains, is silence. Not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of wholeness. A peace that doesn't need validation, praise, or comparison. That is the moment of awakening. The moment you remember, you are not the ego. You are the witness behind it. When the ego falls, fear falls. When fear falls, love arises. Because love can only exist where ego does not. Ego separates, love connects. Ego shouts, love listens. Ego competes, love creates. That's why Osho said, when the ego disappears, you don't become nothing, you become everything. When there is no I, there is only life. The same existence that breathes in the tree, in the ocean, in the stars, now breathes through you. This is not death of self, this is birth of truth. The ego whispers, be somebody. The soul whispers, be free. You were never meant to be a name, a title, a story. You were meant to be consciousness itself, limitless, aware, alive. So next time your mind says, I, pause, smile, and remember. The sky doesn't call itself the sky. It just is. This is Human Code, decoding the illusions of the mind. Subscribe for more wisdom from the greatest minds in history.